Okay. See, blocks, blocks, blocks. Planning blocks, planning blocks. I'll do it, and I'll show you guys. Yep. Okay, let's do it. So this will, this is like plans. For the magic Hall of Elves, where they can like learn magic. So now let's get on to like painting it. Check up on the build. It's going pretty good. Ooh, sloshy noises. Slosh, slosh, slosh. And that's like the painting part. Now for the details and texturing. Alright, so the interior is... I just broke something. No! The interior is done. However... So yeah, it's done in this one building. So if you walk... So we've got this. And then you walk in. And you see the gilded blackstone, a sword, a plant dug up by a sniffer, an amethyst. That looks incredibly like emerald armor. We've got a damaged anvil, a private, and then this is private room. So I'm thinking that there's some nice old elf lady who runs this and like writes some books here, sleeps up here, and she has a nice little quiet room inside. But now let's get on to detailing. So this is something called the false door trick. It's where it shows like a nice little balcony up here, just to give it more detail. But when you actually go in, it's just the attic that's like not actually an access point. Yeah, it's just a nice little trick I thought I'd show y'all. As for texturing, I definitely made it very overgrown, but it also kind of gives the realism vibe, so I think I like it. And even though there are elves, they'll need a watchtower. Because I hear a war is brewing. It's true. We will have a whole nation scattered across this map, but when this map is finished, who knows when that will be? Who knows when I'll start with the procrastination phase? When this is finished, we will have an open server. With this map, you will be assigned, most of you guys can pick, like, you'll get to be part of a nation. Maybe make a custom skin for that. It'll just be... Anyways, anyone can join. We'll just have open server, but once the server is full, it's full. And it'll be live, so, like, don't question. And there'll be an all-out war. So by war, I mean, like, the different nations will just, like, collide. And then, like, there'll also be natural disasters being set, stuff like that. So, like, maybe there'll be a volcano here, and then maybe it erupts to push, like, dwarves and the elves, like, closer together to make them hurt each other even more. Yeah, so that. And I am quite looking forward to that. But let's keep building the watchtower now. Oh yeah, and for the war thingy, it'll be like one live stream thing. It won't be like in maybe a few hours, but it won't be like a day's worth of things. Actually, it might be. Like, I might close the server and then we'll start again. And everyone will have like an iron sword, iron armor, a shield. So you get to pick a class. You can be a mage, you can be an archer or a swordsman or a healer. So a healer will have healing stuff like food. A swordsman will have iron armor, iron sword. An archer will have chainmail armor and a shield and a bow. Uh, yeah, and there might be more classes. Like a mage, they'll get a staff with like knockback. Yeah, there'll be more classes. Me and my team still have to think of that. I know, I'll be right there. What? Okay. Okay. Alright, guys, I have got a little off task, little class thing for the war. Oh, the leg. And I've created something. So you see, I don't know how it'll be like, does everyone just get released at once? Is it one at a time? I don't know, but so this will show like your race or your nation. And then when you pick your nation, you can like go behind here. Oh wait, that's button. And you press the button. So let's say I'm like just looking at this. And I'm just like humans, like boring. Yeah, I'm boring. I want a human. Boring like my vids. So I'll press this button that matches up with the human. And I get human. And then that's like your ticket to stuff. Like, that's basically just your ticket to like, I don't know, to prove that you're an elf or something. So this one gets elves. And then, but you get to pick, but once it runs out, it runs out. Basically, so they're just having order in it, so there's only certain ones. And then these are your classes, so what you could be. Now, all of these classes can be in here. And then it'll say min 0, so that's like you need at least 0, so there's no minimum. And then the maximum's like 4 for archer, but there's different maximums for different classes. Uh, and you can also pick your class, but again, if the class runs out, that's too bad. Because there will be one of these in every single, like, or, like, so all these classes, well, so basically each red sign has all of these contained in it, if that makes any sense. So, like, there could be 4 archers in the goblins, and then there could also be 4 archers in the fire sages. But, yeah. And then and then you'll get a kit, once you prove that you got that slip of paper. So, the pillager class, this is your kit, so you can, like, summon 2 other pillagers. Just in case horse, which you also have a saddle and stuff to tame it with. There's the sea bean. There is the lone wolf kit. There is and I try not to make these too OP. There's the fisherman kit. There is maybe no, it's not. This is the explosionist kit. The archer kit with your quiver. You've got a good bit of arrows, some swiftness, apple. I forgot to add these. You also have invis, some decent armor, so you go pretty fast. You have a cobbled knife and a bow. There's also the nether mage kit. Yeah, the barbarian kit where you have a club, a ravager, a horned helm. This is the medic, so your only weapon is a cobbled knife, but then this kit's designed to help your team. And then there's the mage kit. This one's kind of OP, but it's only really for people that have knowledge of brewing, because you need to know, like, because it gives you a ton of ingredients and a brewing stand and some glazed powder, but, like, you need to know how to brew stuff, you know. And then this is one of the more OP ones. Forgot what this one was. Here, wait, let me go check. So if this one was the mage. That's the swordsman. Please. Please don't. Please work. What am I even doing? Please work. Yes, yes, yes. I just need to name this the swordsman kit. Swords. So this is our swordsman kit. So it has obviously a dragon slayer sword. You've got some berries, and then you just got some decent armor. Now there will be kits like designed to your to your race, like your nation. For instance, if you are from the Skyborn, if you're a Skyborn, you'll get an Elytra and rockets, for instance. So then there'll be kits for your race too, but I won't reveal those too much. But now let's actually get back to building the watchtower. Whee! Well, it's sort of a working mechanism in the tower to get up. So on all sides, you've got this. And you can just, like, whee! And yeah, I use the debug stick here. It just kind of, like, rockets you up. Except there's no really way to get down. So I guess when we have the war starting, when this map is released, I guess don't go up here. Alright guys, so I added like a little target area, because this might be like the armory area, kind of the watchtower. And then just like prove their range with the little bells, so once you hit it, it goes. And it doesn't even have to be on the chart, like the middle. It just has to be on the block, because as you see, if I shoot the head, it doesn't ring, but if I shoot that, it does. So we've got this little area. I made like a little path. Nice little thing, which will weave around. I certainly had detailed this a little. And then I just went ahead and made this. There's barrier blocks there. And it just has like a nice little pond. And then some gradient like rocks and this little waterfall. I like it. Huh. It's gonna be a small village. Alright guys, so basically the plan for this is what isn't going to be wheat field is going to be path. That makes sense. Oh, and by the way, guys, for the war live stream thingy, that's been being planned. This will come on the end of the series. So in about one episode of the series, we will build like one city nation thing, unless it's a bigger one. So yeah, and this isn't the series I was talking about, the upcoming series with like Winter and other people. That's something else, and I'm still not going to tell you about that. This will be the mill. Has like water wheel. Oh, and by the way, that lodestone will have a compass. The Elven Village compass. So hopefully if someone kills one of the elves, they don't get a hold of that. Like if an elf went out wandering, except I don't know why they'd do that. And I didn't say this yet. This is the Elven crown. The elves should probably have a vote on their leader or something. And then they'll get the crown. So it's that. Anyways, and then so it's supposed might as well just install the create mod. But it's about that's not supposed to happen. So it spins, it doesn't actually spin, but in lore this will spin, powering this to like power this somehow, to like grind this somehow. If that makes any sense. Because it'll like grind wheat into like, if that doesn't make any sense, I know. Alright guys, so I have been procrastinating the Great Elven Wall for a while. But now we've got the watchtower, the fields, all the paths, the target range, the wheat, the flour mill thingy, this little like terraforming area, this up here with the Elven Crown, all the wheat fields, the elf kits for the race, the stables, and the med clinic. So we've got nothing left to do in this nation than for me to build the wall. Ew, why am I this skin? Building this wall is just so slow. I mean, like, this wall is not going to stop most people from getting in, because they can just block up, MLG up. Can't really dig through it, because I haven't put in any good pickaxes in any kits yet. And there's going to be an obsidian middle layer. But, yeah, so, like, hopefully the elves are smart enough to stand up here and, like, do patrols to make sure nobody's getting in. Because this wall won't stop many people. I mean, it'll help, but it's not going to stop many of the other nations from just getting in, so the elves will have to be careful. Onto the obsidian layer placing. Easy enough. Now, the elves are one of the small few of the nations that don't have a dungeon, meaning they do not take prisoners. Finally, we just have the walls to place, like these. Yes, yes, yes! Wow, and just like that, the elven village is done. I probably will add more touch-ups later, like off camera, like maybe a few custom trees. But for now, this is the first nation done. Now, reminder, this will be one of the smaller ones, so don't you guys worry. We'll have bigger ones. Now, for Tatour. We'll start just inside of here, where it all started. The writer's bedroom. And the Museum of Artifacts. We have one of our wheat fields. Our fences. Our kits for our fellow elves. And our mules that we can take on rides. Our med's house, where they can be safe. The meeting area for all 8 elves of the nation. By the way, there's only 8 people allowed per nation. At max. The elf crown for the leader, who someday will be voted upon. The path to the watchtower. A nice little bubble elevator. Archery range where we can shoot to practice. Another field, in the pond with the toad watching it. The child elves will play on the lily pads and get soaked in water until it's nighttime and their parents bring them home. And then finally, the wheat mill, where they grind up food and they cook food and they craft food to feed them. This is the elf village. This is Corpendale.